everybody, welcome back. It's Tasha here. I am super excited because today I will be doing my first video in that series that I talked about that I would like to start. Today I will be doing my favorite dupes from beauty YouTubers I love. So I have a ton to talk about. We'll jump into that in a second. If you're new here, welcome. I do makeup unboxings, I do try-ons, reviews, and all kinds of different makeup related information. If that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing, and without any more talk, I'm going to jump right in. So I will first say I have tons of beauty YouTubers that I love to watch on the daily. That's my thing that I do. I just get sucked in. So not every YouTuber that I watch is included in this video today. And please, everyone has different opinions of dupes. The beauty YouTubers that I reference aren't the first person that ever thought of that dupe, but it is the first person that I remember hearing about that dupe from, and that I really have loved, and that I've put into my daily, and that I really use and like, and think that it is a dupe or very similar to the product that is representing. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I have some of the products, some of them I don't, so we'll kind of talk through everything. So first thing that I want to talk about is a dupe from, and I'm going to kind of reference back and forth because I have prices and who talked about it and everything written down. So this is actually from beauty YouTuber Jen Phelps. She does all kinds of beauty content and I do really like it. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is the universal one, and then this is the Milani Make It Plump in MoonBeam. Now when you first put them on, at least when you swatch them on the hand, they are a little bit different in color. So there is Universal Gloss Bomb, which I love the formula, and then here is the Milani MoonBeam. I'm going to swatch that right next to. So very similar, although this one does come off, at least on your hand, a little pinky in color. And I didn't mention that all the dupes are on my face. This is high-end side, this is dupe side. It would have taken forever for me to apply it and talk about it, so I just did it that way. I did not put the gloss on yet because I did want to put it on camera. So I'm going to put on Universal on top. And I'm going to try to remember not to rub my lips together. Milani on bottom. Don't rub lips together, don't rub lips together. And then I am and so there you have it. Very, very similar. They have a similar feel, although the Milani does have a little bit of a plumping effect, so it kind of has a cooling, but when they're on the lips, they look almost exactly the same. They have the same texture. It's not super sticky, but it's that nice thick, emollient, awesome formula. Really, really like it. This is true for several of the Fenty Gloss Bombs though. There is another one in Fussy, the color Fussy, and then I don't have Fussy with me. I've used it all. I only have a small little thing of it. This dupe is actually from JuicyJas, and so the dupe for Fussy is actually the Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in the color Rosy Future. And so I'm just going to go ahead and swatch the Revlon Rosy Future. The colors are very, very similar. I don't think the formula is as similar as Milani, but it is pretty good. It is pretty good. So 3 awesome dupes for Fenty Gloss Bomb. Fenty Gloss Bomb retails for $19. Milani, depending on where you get it, you can get it on sale, can run anywhere from like $8.99 at Ulta to $7.99 or less at Target. And then the Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss is $5.99. So huge savings there. Very similar formulas. Wear the same way. Love it. Such awesome, awesome dupes. And again, Jen Phelps and JuicyJas are the ones that I'm crediting that for. Next dupe that I have is actually some primer dupes. So I'm going to pull these out without trying to knock everything off. The Milk Hydro Grip I actually really like this primer. This is a favorite of mine. Obviously, it is literally almost all gone. And so this dupe actually comes from Kelly Strack, but I know tons of people have talked about this dupe. It is so hardly anything in there that I don't even know that I'm going to get. I had enough for my face, but it is now run to the bottom. Okay, that took forever, but there is the tiniest amount that is right here on my hand. You can see it. It does come out a little bit green. It goes on beautifully. It ends up leaving just a little bit of a tack so that it holds your makeup, but I don't feel that it's dehydrating in any way. It is supposed to have some really good skincare ingredients in it, which I also really like, and obviously Hydro Grip is supposed to really hydrate. The dupe, again from Kelly Strack, and I know other people have talked about this dupe, but this is the one I have actually heard it from her, is the Jelly Pop Watermelon Dew Primer. My complaint about this, it is a similar formula. There's plenty in here, so we'll put that on there. It doesn't come out green, but when you spread that out, it has a very similar texture. It leaves your face hydrated. It leaves just a little bit of a sticky tackiness. Love it, love it. I do not like that strong watermelon smell. I'm not a big fan of having scents in my makeup. And this is super scented. So if you do not like scented things, you will not like this. I do have a newer dupe for it that Makeupbyamarie actually found. And it is the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. This is almost an exact dupe for the Hydro Grip. If you put it on there, it does come out green. When you spread it around, it does same thing. It kind of goes out clear. So Jelly Pop, Hydro Grip, Hard Candy. It leaves that nice sticky, wow, that was 2 words together. Sticky tackiness on your skin. It does make your makeup last longer, and this actually has hyaluronic acid and agave for moisturizing. Wow, I'm struggling with the words today. I've only used this a couple of times, but I do think it is almost an exact dupe for the Hydro Grip. The Hydro Grip primer is $30. The Dew primer from e.l.f. is $10. And then the Hard Candy primer is $5.99. What a savings. Huge savings. Love it. Awesome dupe. Next one that I want to talk about that I do not have, and so these 2 primers, the next 2 primers are dupes for Tatcha primers. I do not have the Tatcha product anymore. I got a small amount just to try because I love the idea of Tatcha, but I can't afford the price of Tatcha. So the first one that I want to talk about is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Priming Balm that everyone absolutely loves. And I can totally understand that. It's a skincare product. It is absolutely great. You can get the small size, so it's a little bit cheaper, but the large size of it is $52. I actually have 2 dupes here. And so the first dupe is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And I've heard tons of YouTubers talk about this. I actually will give credit to JuicyJas because I saw her talk about it in one of her videos. But I know that just about everybody has talked about this. Noel has talked about it. There have been several that have talked about this as the dupe. It is that putty primer in here. It does help fill in pores. It does make your makeup last longer. I just have the regular kind here. However, from Noel as well, and so we're going to give her the credit for this, is actually the Hard Candy Smoothing Balm. I tried this a couple of weeks ago as well, and I think just like she said, this is even a closer dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas. It is much softer and silkier in the pan than the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. It does the same thing. It does fill in pores. It kind of smooths everything over, but it is much creamier and silkier. So definitely an awesome dupe there. And let's talk about prices real quick. So the e.l.f. Poreless Primer Putty is $8. The Hard Candy Balm is, oh, so e.l.f. $8. $8. I dropped my primer. The hard candy is $8 as well. They are the same exact size. They are pretty much the same container, same color. And then the Tatcha Silk Canvas is $52 for a full size. What an awesome savings. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Emily. Next dupe that I want to talk about is from Nikkia Joy. And I actually really like some of her dupes. This is a newer dupe, so again, haven't tried it out for a super long time and don't have the Tatcha product because I was only fortunate enough to get a small sample. So Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. So it's the newer form that is the liquid version of that putty primer-ishness. So again, Tatcha is $52. Then the dupe for it is the Revlon Prime Plus Perfecting and Smoothing. And so again, I've used it a couple of times on my face and I do feel like it is almost an exact dupe. So there it is right there. It goes nice and smooth. It does fill in and help blur things on your skin, and it does feel very silky, and it does make your makeup last longer. Definitely an awesome dupe. So again, the Tatcha is $52 and the Revlon Prime Plus is $11.99. One of the nice things about all of these drugstore products though is you can find them all on sale. So certainly Ulta, you can do the $3.50 coupon if you spend $15, but at tons of drugstores, at Walmart, at Target, at CVS, at Walgreens, you will find deals all the time. You will find coupons, all of those things that will make it even cheaper. Super awesome. Next dupe that I want to talk about is actually a dupe that I heard about from, let me make sure I give credit to the right person, from Risa Does Makeup. And so she is awesome. She has all kinds of great content on her YouTube channel, and it actually is for the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Now, unfortunately, these are not the same color, so we're not talking color here. We're talking formula that it is a dupe for. And so let me wipe off with a paper towel and find us a clean spot. So here is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. It is super nice. I have it in the shade Vanilla, which is just a little bit dark for me, at least right now. Make sure that I get some. So very, very nice creamy concealer, light to medium coverage. If you leave it on for a little bit longer, it does provide a little bit more coverage. I have heard quite a few people say that the Maybelline New York, I can't even see what color it is a dupe. For me, I don't think the formula is as close. This is Maybelline, that is Nars. Risa Does Makeup actually has found that the Milani Conceal and Perfect is a closer dupe, and I would have to agree. I love this concealer. Again, it is a medium coverage concealer. I think that the consistency is more like the Nars. It is creamier. It is a little emollient, so it has that nice creaminess that you need under your eyes. Lasts just as long. Again, love it. The Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer is $30. The Milani Conceal and Perfect is $8.99. Awesome, awesome dupe there. So the next dupe that I want to talk about is actually one that I've heard of from Jessica Braun first. Again, a couple of people I've heard talk about this, but Jessica was the first person that I heard actually mention this. And this is a dupe for the Charolttte Tilbury Flawless Face Powder. I don't have the high end anymore to compare, but I will say that this number 7 finishing powder, I have it in light. It's the Lift and Illuminate powder. Beautiful, beautiful outside. Sorry, there's all kinds of fingertips on it. Very similar container to the Charolttte Tilbury powder and almost an exact finish. So here is the Charolttte Tilbury Flawless Finishing Powder. Here is the number 7, very similar container, very similar product. I find that both blur out and make everything just look airbrushed and beautiful without looking cakey or gross. This has become my daily powder. I absolutely love it. I would repurchase it time and time again. The Charolttte Tilbury powder is $45. The number 7 is $12.99. Now the number 7 typically is something you either need to order online, you can get it at Target, and I think there's another drugstore that you can get it at, but I know for sure Target you can get it at. I got this at my local Target for $12.99. Awesome, awesome dupe. Absolutely love it. Next dupe that I want to talk about is a foundation dupe, and this also is another foundation that I use very frequently in my day-to-day use, and this is a dupe that I heard about from Kelly Strack. So it is the Tarte Face Tape, or the Tarte Foundcealer foundation, and I'm going to swatch just a little bit right here. Again, the colors are not exactly the same, and it is a dupe for the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and we'll see if I can get a little bit out so that I can swatch it next to. Similar colors, almost exactly the same. It is absolutely a dupe for this product. It provides medium coverage. It does last all day. It feels nice on the skin. You can blend it out really easy, and you can do that with both the Tarte as well as the L'Oreal. Both super, super nice, but the Tarte is $39, although right now it's on sale for $31 at Ulta if you're watching this right now. Or the Infallible is $14.99. So huge savings for a very similar product that you can blend out very well and get a awesome look on your skin. Again, high-end dupe, you can't even tell. Just a couple more, I promise. The next one I actually heard about from Zabrena. I love Zabrena. She has the most beautiful eye looks ever. And so she is the first person that I heard about for the dupe of the Urban Decay Born to Run and C-Color Cosmetics Around the World. So again, dupe, high-end, C-Color Cosmetics, here is their palette. Urban Decay Born to Run, which it is one of my favorite palettes. I do really enjoy using this. I can get some nice looks out of it. There is the Urban Decay. So they're not even pretending. It is an exact dupe. I do think that the formulas of these are very similar. The C-Color Cosmetics, I think you do get just a little bit less in the amount of product, but for the price, and so we're going to talk about that right now, for the price, C-Color Cosmetics, so this one, $10.50. Now you do have to order it online, sorry, this one, you do have to order it online, so I think with shipping, it ended up being just a couple of dollars more, but even still, for $15, you have a palette that is almost exactly like this Urban Decay Born to Run that runs $49. Now, granted, the quality is really good with the Urban Decay. The outside packaging is hard. You can travel with this. This is a cardboard packaging, but still has a beautiful mirror, and the eyeshadows are very good quality. The color payoff is exactly the same, both with the mattes and the shimmer shades. They last all day. Absolutely an exact dupe. Love, love, love it. Great, great, great dupe. So much less expensive. And C-Color Cosmetics has multiple different dupes for all kinds of palettes. Natasha Denona palettes, all kinds of other palettes that you may be interested in. So certainly check them out as a dupe. The last two that I have are actually from Everyday Heidi. She is awesome. She does really great content on her YouTube channel. Really tends to be drugstore heavy, which I really appreciate for when you can't, just some of these products you just can't afford. So there's two, and again, I don't have the high end anymore. I've gotten rid of that. The first one is actually the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder, which is a beautiful setting powder. It just gives a nice overall glow to the face. It is finely milled. It is awesome. And it is, the dupe for it is actually the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, With the Halo Glow, it does have, I really appreciate a nice turn sifter so the product doesn't get everywhere. And when you swatch this, it just gives you a beautiful glow all over. It's not glittery, it's not super shiny, it just kind of gives a warm glow to the skin. It's not powdery, it's very finely milled as well. Absolutely love it. Again, use this almost every day. Great setting powder. The Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder is $35 for a full container. The e.l.f. is $8. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then the next product is, and I don't have the exact Pixie product, but I'm going to show you what I do have. Again, from Everyday Heidi, this is for the Tatcha Luminous Mist Setting Powder. So that is $52. And it is really nice. It gives a beautiful glow. It hydrates the skin. It is beautiful. Has some awesome skincare ingredients in it. The Pixie Glow, and I actually have the Rose Glow Mist, but the regular Glow Mist is the closer dupe for it. Gives just the same thing. It has a beautiful mister that comes out that is just so beautiful and nice, and it just gives the nicest, I did spray that super close, I do understand that. It just gives the nicest glow. It does make your makeup last all day. The difference with the rose, obviously it is in the pink bottle, but also it does have a rose scent. I prefer the regular Pixie Glow Setting Mist, but it is a little hard to find. It's never at my Target. It's never in stock. So unless you place an order on the actual website, Target sells Pixie, and I don't know that anywhere else does. I could be wrong there. And then certainly Amazon always sells Pixie, so those are your options. But very, very awesome dupe. Again, the Tatcha Luminous Setting Mist is $48. The Pixie Glow is $15. And Target often has sales. Well, they'll do 10% off Pixie products. If you keep your eye out, you can get it for an even greater price. And then I do have one more dupe. I apologize. I thought I just had the two from Everyday Heidi. But I actually have one more from Nikkia Joy. Again, I don't have the high-end product, but we're talking about the Hourglass Caution Mascara. The Hourglass Caution Mascara is amazing. It does a beautiful job. That is a picture of the actual product right there, as well as the actual wand. Beautiful packaging. Hourglass does make some amazing products, but they come with a larger price tag. It is $29 for the mascara, and for me, they do make a smaller version, which if that's something you're interested in might be a better way to go about getting a high-end product, because that is a little bit less. It is, instead of $29 for a full, it is, so instead of $29 for the full size, it is $14 for the mini size. So again, might be a nice way to go about getting that. That is a close-up of the wand right there. However, the dupe for it is the Essence Lash Princess False Effect Mascara, so the one in the green tube. I love Essence products anyways. I think that they are amazing, at least the mascaras. There is another pink one that does a great job. It doesn't provide as thick of lashes, but kind of gives a nice lift. This wand is exactly the same as the Hourglass. I feel like the formula is very, very similar. It gives you volume and a little thickness on your eyelashes. Absolutely love it. Neither of them flake. So for the Hourglass, it is $29. For the Lash Princess, it is $4.99. For as much as you replace mascaras, way better to go with the $4.99 product and save yourself some money. So I know were tons of dupes. I kind of had them in there randomly. Obviously there's some beauty YouTubers that I love that are missing, but we'll talk about them with products that I have loved from each YouTuber, and that's kind of where I'm going to go with this series. Thank you so much for joining me. Please drop me a comment. What is your favorite dupe? What do you think about all these dupes? Have you found better ones? Just drop me a comment. Thank you so much for joining me. I loved having you here with me. Please be safe, take care of each other, and have an awesome day. Thanks. Bye.